poppin'? What is good, everyone? We are back with more Trails in the Sky. So this might be a really long part. Well, all these parts are going to be, the final chapter is going to be long, like I've said before in previous videos. But I think this one is mainly going to be a dialogue one rather than a dialogue and action one. So yeah, because all the NPCs have new dialogue. Anyways, well, there's something unsettling about the Sky Bandit team beating the Royal Army. I really wanted to see them get a little further. I guess that would make sense. Like, these are bandits and they got taken out. Or no, bandits took out a royal army. Like, that's kind of sad when you think about it. Well, the Ravens lost too. All my teams are losing. Oh boy, you probably lost a lot of money too, didn't you? Well, congratulations on clearing round 1. Tomorrow's match is in the afternoon as well, so please make sure that you arrive early. We gotta do some training in the sewers. Alright, let's see what we got here. Would you like a sightseeing map of the city to help commemorate your trip? Maybe that would be nice. Well, the man in the red bandana lost his match. I was cheering for him too. Are you talking about the Ravens? Oh yeah, the Ravens, because they did have a guy in the red bandana. Well, the Ravens lost. To the surprise of pretty much no one. Now it might just be me, but they seem remarkably upbeat about all things considered. They're taking a new leaf. Anyways, let's see. Oh, Oil gotta have to do it. Well, my sister's feet stink. Wow, she's really envious of her sister. Guys, don't be envious. Don't be jealous. It's a horrible thing. It's a sin. Y'all don't want that. It's one of the 7 deadly ones too. Do not be envious. Do not hate your brother or your sister. But anyways. Wait, so that means that she has to suck at selling tea, right? Well, Kitty's Guide to Savoring Delicious Tea Rule number 2. Always use freshly boiled water. There has been enough oxygen dissolved into the water to bring out the tea's flavor. And that's why you use freshly drawn and boiled water, poured directly from the pot. Nice. Did you know that, Brumal? No, I did not know that, actually. I'm not a tea drinker. Alright. Well, this is my first time seeing the tournament. It was intense and kind of scary, to be honest. Was it? You think so? Or Anton? Yeah, Anton's still out here. And Ricky. Well, my buddy's got something on his mind again, man. But he ain't gonna find purpose in life just by scoring some work. Another day of doing nothing, gone like the dust in the wind. I know everything will change if I can just find a good job, but where do I look? Nothing like attorney to soothe one's shattered nerves. Oh, that was a woman, or an old woman. Well, that fight was awesome. It was I was so surprised that I jumped this high in my chair. Oh, sure was a shocker. I must admit why would the Sky Bandits who kidnapped us be allowed in a competition? What in the world was Duke Dunnan thinking? I'm sure it was a good show for everyone else, but it made me uncomfortable. Oh, she has a line. Robin. That's a weird way to spell out Robin. Alright. All the matches today have been must-sees. It's so invigorating. Oh, it's Annalise. Well, this morning I had to go out near Irby Royal Villa for work. And as soon as they recognized us as bracers, they were all over us. It was terrible. Hard to believe all the backlash those terrorists caused by posing as Bracer Guild members. Well, come and get it. My store doesn't have tons of flavors, but they're all homemade. Step right up. Right. So yeah, if you wanted to get any of her stuff, you can't do it right now because she has a line. I thought Annalise was going to have something else to say, but she doesn't. That girl said, I'm getting me some ice cream after the day that I had. So I missed the landing port last time, and that was my bad. Ugh. All right. The army is commandeering. Yeah, the army is commandeering so many landing ports for their own vessels that our business timetable. Yeah, that our business timetables are in complete and total disarray. It was the army that completely destroyed our flight schedules. Well, I didn't think that the army could commandeer the airways except in times of emergencies. Yeah, well, you thought wrong. Well, with all the army arrivals and departures, our regularly scheduled flights have all been running late. Ah, what a bother. Yes, what a bother indeed. Ah, that ship. Alright, has someone come here from the fortress? Well, that patrol ship is the one that was supplied to the Lincoln Fortress, if I'm not mistaken. What could have happened to have brought it all the way here? Well, we already know what happened. Actually, I kind of forgot. It's been a while. Like, since the last video, it's been, I believe, almost a week. Probably, like, I'll say, like, 5 days, maybe. Wait, this place was here this entire time, and I didn't realize that this was here. Oh, wow. We missed out on a lot of dialogue, y'all. Well, there are a lot of strange people amongst the scholars that I deal with on a daily basis, but Professor Alba, he's just a mystery. Huh. Those who have survived the Great Collapse had quite a harrowing road ahead of them. Wars, poverty, famine. Alright, it's thanks to the oral revolution, though, that our lives are as convenient and comfortable as it are today. Otherwise, we would have been killed by monsters a long time ago. Doesn't look like there's that many people here. Oh, here's Alba. Oh, my. Everything is just so very, very fascinating. That relief over there is from before the Great Collapse, if you can believe it. Has the same sort of feel to it as something you'd find inside the tetracyclic towers, don't you think? Imagination is a key part of the archaeologist's work. After fighting an artifact, the real trick is learning what it is and why it's important. Okay. Professor Alba is truly a great man. He has kindly agreed to study some of our undisplayed archaeologist finds. They may bear untold historical insight. Boom. Alright, that's it for that. I had no idea that was there. That's crazy, yo. How have I not seen that? I am ashamed. I am ashamed that I did not see that. Sister Ellen. It's you. Hey, Sister Ellen. Oh, what are you doing in a place like this? I was just sent out on an errand, but I got lost on the way. Alright, would you like us to show you back to the cathedral? Oh, thank you, but no. One of the soldiers already told me how to get back. Oh, okay then. Well, be careful, though. I will. Thank you. But she was standing outside the castle, though. Colonel Richard certainly is a busy man. He's barely been seen outside the castle since Her Majesty fell ill. I've heard, too, that the core of the intelligence division has been moved into the castle. Round 1 of the tournament looks like it just finished. I wonder how the royal garrison did. Trash. But Ellen's out here. Oh, don't. Nope, come here. There we go. Alright, you know what's annoying? What's annoying is not being able to read the delivery address on a package. Learn to write, people! That's amazing. Well, lately he hasn't even bothered to talk to me when he gets home. You know that rumored entrance exam for getting into the Fisherman's Guild? Well, it actually exists, and I'm taking it. It's kind of sad though in this game. This game has like I said in the last video, I believe I said this in the last video. A lot of these NPCs have problems with like their significant others and just in the family in general. But for the most part, towards the end of a chapter that you see them, they normally end up fixing things, or sometimes it just gets worse. Now, I don't remember every NPC story, but, you know, we'll find out sooner or later what happens. Anyways, I was actually off on vacation on the day it happened and saw some intel troops leading some royal guardsmen away. It was scary. All the soldiers left behind in the castle were arrested. Lieutenant Schwartz must have really pissed somebody off. Well, if my mom and I don't join him on his little trips, he'll just sulk the day away and make us feel bad. Being a daughter is seriously hard work sometimes. Can't relate. Can't relate. Man, what an amazing match. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Tomorrow we meet at the door. Yeah, tomorrow we meet at the door at 10:00 hours sharp. I need to make sure everyone knows. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, my daughter's clearly pretty exhausted, so I should probably help her get dinner ready. You didn't get dinner ready? And speaking of your daughter, she looks nothing like... She doesn't have the same hair color as her father. Like, really, Brumal? I'm just saying. It sounds suspicious to me. Well, Niall's finally back from his assignment. He's known to just disappear for days at a time, so... Every return of his is kind of a special occasion. Is it now? Well, this year was all group fighting, so getting good pictures wasn't easy. My kingdom for the cameraman with some real whatever. Oh, hey, it's you guys. Word on the street is that you two managed to warm your way up into the martial arts competition. When Niall heard, he said that he was going to get an interview with you and took off running. Did he catch you, or did you manage to give him the slip? I don't even know if he's here. He said he came back, but clearly he's not here. Well, he's probably somewhere. I guarantee he's probably at the Bracer Guild waiting for us, because he was like, they'll show up eventually. I'm pretty sure the owner here used to work over at the Diplomatic Affairs. That'd explain why he's been to the Empire and the Republic so often, I suppose. Alright. I have to travel all over the world for my old job. I tried a whole lot of different foods too. One of the curries I served here come from a recipe I discovered along the way, in fact. The culture of cuisine is some really fascinating stuff. Is it? My husband is a lazy man, but I'm also responsible for letting him stay that way. Accountability, I like that. You don't see that too often these days. We can't live like this. I've been saying I'll go find the job, but that's all I've been doing is saying it. Well, you need to get off your butt and go look for one. You think the world's gonna accept you for being lazy? Heck no. I think this is Adele and Sergio's house? Yeah. Religiously speaking, I wish she'd moderate her shopping vice and live more simply. But she did pay for this entire pilgrimage herself. Really? Oh, wow. Anyways, or rather her father did. And as his son-in-law, I'm a guest, and thus obliged to keep my lectures to myself. Yeah, I guess that is a predicament. I mean, usually in a household, the one who usually makes the more money tends to make all the financial decisions, but hey. Oh, well, there we go. Being back in the capital and running a store means I have no time to enjoy shopping. How I'd love to go on another trip. Dang, the man can't say nothing because he was not saying he doesn't have a job, but he just can't say anything to her because she paid for it all. Alright. The cathedral is a pretty famous sightseeing spot. I heard it's the oldest church building in the entire kingdom. It's kind of quiet now, but that's because everyone here is for the tournament, and not for sightseeing or religious fulfillment. Isn't Professor Russell a student of the guy who invented the ornament or something? Alright. What are the Royal Guardsmen planning to do with someone like him? Well, both the bishop and the archbishop hold lovely sermons. Perhaps you should stay and listen as well, maybe. Well, I've been meaning to send Sister Ellen on an errand, but I can't seem to find her. Oh, bother. Interesting, because we saw Sister Ellen and she said she was sent out on an errand. I think. I'd have to talk to her again. I don't remember. Alright. The Septian Church and the Libero royal family are very much in league with one another to maintain peace and order. We've cooperated with one another efforts for over 1,000 years now, and of course, it is a friendship I seek with Queen Alicia, not a political alliance. Is that so? Are you sure about that? It's like, are you dare questioning me? Yes, I am. What y'all got back in that door, huh? What's the church hiding? In the beginning, the world was a formless, shapeless void. There was only darkness and a bitter wind, and unto this void, a goddess Adios brought to light. Sounds like God, but for this game, isn't Adios a god? Yeah. Well, the master is a scary individual to be sure, but just between you and me, he is simply no match for Madame. Really? Alright, when I went to visit Her Majesty today, I was turned away by the guards. I've gone to see her when she was sick before countless times, and never once have I been turned away at the gate. It's quite worrisome. Could her illness really be that serious? Yeah, she caught the Roni. Alright. Went to the castle with Grandma for the first time in a while. I didn't get to meet the princess, though. Aw, she wanted to meet the princess. That's a shame. I'm sorry, baby girl. Hold on, I want to find that nun. She was over here, right? Oh, that was different dialogue. Oh, I haven't seen you. Noelle. Alright. Any other year, you'd be able to tour inside the castle, the Grand Terrace and all, and the Garden Terrace. Oh, man. The breeze from the Lake Wereian spreads around the smells in all its greenery. It's just so serene. It's under lockdown right now, but once the castle reopens, I highly recommend going up there to check it out. Cool, will do. And we need to go to the hotel. Welcome back, Master Joshua and Madame Estelle. Come to think of it, there are 2 other bracers staying at this hotel as well. Have you met them yet? Well, let's go find them. Where are those bracers? I bet one is Karna. And the other one has to be... Is his name Grant? That's our room up there. Just to make sure. Yep. Oh, that's Kurt. Wait, I thought Kurt lived here. Anyways, well. Hey, Estelle and Joshua. Oh, hey, Kurt. Well, we both fought and we both advanced. It was an excellent day for us all. I spoke to Karna. She seems to think you have quite a lot of skill. Well, that's very kind, but we're really just novices. Hopefully, we'll learn a few new techniques as we go. Well, I'm hoping I get the chance to fight you out there, so don't let me down. I won't try to. Wait. They said 2, right? Were we missing? Were we missing one? Did I go through the rooms too quickly? I think I went through the rooms too quickly. Yeah. Alright, I guess it was just one bracer. Alright, let's go to the south block. Yep. And we have to hit the Bracer Guild last. Alright. Well, this is the first time that the Royal Guardsmen have been ousted by the regular army. I can't imagine the circumstances behind it. Let's go into the inn. Ah, there's our friends. Why, the night's festivities have only just begun. There are selge to go before we sleep. Alright. Where is he putting all that food? Does he have, like, a vortex in his belly? Like Kirby? Still, Joshua! Whew. You guys like the drink too? We're underage, you know. You guys don't want a drink? Well, I said drink instead of drink. Well, this is just prime. We got a fight tomorrow, y'all. Don't pull a hammy. Alright. So, man, Was I ever taken back by those sky bandits from Bose that showed up in the tournament? Alright, they were most skilled than they were more skilled than I would have expected. Though I'd have to admit, is it really okay to have convicted criminals serving in a sporting event? Well, so there we have it. Day 1 at an end. I wonder how it went. It went horribly wrong. I went to lunch at my parents' house. Unfortunately, my dad couldn't make it because he was at work, so it was just me and my mom today. And she made lasagna and garlic bread. And boy, let me tell you, I haven't had garlic bread in so long. Anyways. So what's going on with dinner? What they need to do is wait for the right moment, pin down the opponent with normal gunshots, and then move in for the kill. Their switch between offense and defense is just terrible. His wife was occupied with the fights and didn't even think about cooking dinner. Alright, well, usually the military leaves everyone else in the dust. But this year, it's hard to say with so many entrants. Alright. I can't wait to find out who wins. It's just gonna be the best tournament year ever. Is it now? Alright. When the tournament starts, a lot of participants usually come through here. It's always highly unnerving ordering the parts and items I'll need before the flood of the people arrive. So me and a coworker of mine, we got into a debate about which generation of Beyblade had the best songs, and he was saying that the Beyblade Metal had the best songs, and I was like, ooh boy, no. Beyblade through Beyblade G Revolution. So yeah, Beyblade V-Force, and Beyblade G Revolution, all the first iterations, the first 150 episodes, or 52 episodes, I believe, maybe 54, I can't remember. It's 150 something episodes. The first 150 something episodes had the best music in Beyblade. I'm sorry. Those other ones, doo-doo. Come on, Underdog? Like, come on, like, yeah. Type in Beyblade Underdog. Listen to that song. That song go in, yo. I'm the underdog. That's my stuff right there. But anyways, I keep thinking I'm knocking out my, I keep stepping on the cord to my microphone. Anyways, let's continue. And it's nice that we have so many new customers around this time of year, but we're spending all of our time fixing or rebuilding items, which translates into fewer sales. And sales are where we make our real profit. I mean, I guess so. Oh gosh, come on. There we go. This is taking a lot longer than it should have. Well, I always listen to my customers, and I make a point out of it. I feel like I have the responsibility to fix anything I've sold to a customer, but I'll repair things even if they weren't brought here. Well, that's cool. Good for you, dude. Stop it. There we go. Almost done. Alright, most of the big crowds show up just before or just after the martial arts competition. And once that starts, my work goes really slow. Colonel Richard really is something, isn't he? I've been a fan of his ever since he arrested those sky bandits. She said, I want some Colonel Richard. Now we all know what Richard is long for. Y'all know his nickname. Oh man. Anyways, Ah, welcome. How about something sweet to recharge after that match? Troy's usually just spouting stuff without thinking, but sometimes he's right on the money. I wonder if this will be one of those times. Alright, well, did the red guy look tough? All the teams look good. Zin's team, though, it all depends on those 3 auxiliary members he dug up. Well, each one is pretty tough alone, so if you put all 4 of them together, they're like more tough, like super tough. Who are you talking about? Well, it'd be nice if my hourly wage was a little higher. Colonel Richard has a lot of popular support amongst the citizens. Doesn't surprise me. He's highly decorated. Yeah, he's highly decorated. And a pretty good person on top of that. Are you sure about that? Well, during the match, I had a chance to examine my darling's face in perfect silhouette. How can she be so perfect? It must be against the law. Bro, you need to stop putting her on a pedestal. You gonna lose her that way. She gonna get bored of you. Anyways. Well, he can't take his eyes off me. Yeah, she likes it now. That's they're still in that honeymoon phase. They are still in that honeymoon phase. I have learned once that honeymoon phase goes away, ooh, that's when the relationship truly is tested. All right. To truly love fishing is to respect its rules and customers. Pollution is our grounds, and waters is the basis of immediate expulsion from the guild. All right. I trust none of you are foolish enough to cross us. You wouldn't want to wind up like Curly Jefferson. Who is Curly Jefferson? Preparing to fish can be just as fun as actually casting your lures. The secret is to envision yourself catching a big one and just go from there. I doubt that. All right. I'm proctor for tomorrow's entrance exam, so I need to go out on the lake. Gotta get everything ready. All right. Now let's go ahead and not that I don't need to save because we didn't buy anything new. So let's go in. Well, good work out there today. Tomorrow it's all about fighting the big boys, making a big noise, and with some big toys. Why are you rhyming, Grant? You better bring it. Oh, hey you! Congratulations on finishing round 1. Bet you weren't expecting to meet up with the Ravens there, were you? Well, it was definitely a bit of a surprise, but I think they were even more surprised, huh? Well, if we keep this up, we might even become bracers like Agate. Ew, no. One of him is plenty. Well, they fought pretty hard, but honestly, I was surprised how well you did. I heard all the stories about you at the Wereian branch, but you exceed your reputations quite thoroughly. Really? Well, that's so sweet of you to say. I can't wait to cross swords with you. You use a gun. What are you talking about? It's a date. Well, we're looking forward to a chance ourselves. All right, we are leaving here and no requests. And there's nothing to report. All right, Elnan. Estelle, Joshua. Congratulations on your victory. Well, thank you. Wait, how do you know already? Grant already reported it in. So, how was it? Honestly, it felt more like surviving an act than actually winning. Joshua explained that there were Sky Bandits in the Special Ops teams. I see. I heard that the Sky Bandits were given special permission to participate. But I must admit, I'm surprised to hear about the Special Ops, particularly that their leader is so powerful. Well, the team was pretty tough, but the commander was like on a different level altogether. He moved like a cat and was swinging a huge sword around like it was a toy. I could barely believe he was human. And the way he was fighting. Yeah, what she said. Elnan, what do you know about Second Lieutenant Lorne's personal history? Nothing, I'm afraid. The Intelligence Division is new, and Colonel Richards suppressed all information regarding them since their official inception. That includes information on the lieutenant. Drat. Joshua? You seem pretty caught up. Yeah, you seem pretty caught up with that guy in red. Is there something that we should be watching out for? No, we just need to know what we're facing is all. Anything that can give us an edge in the tournament. Ah, well, good point. Knowing your enemy is the best way to beat him after all. Actually, this doesn't concern the lieutenant exactly. Today at noon, a military patrol vessel arrived in the landing port, which we saw that its passenger was the colonel's right-hand woman, Captain Almathea. That is news. Captain Almathea. Wait. Yeah, Almathea. I think it's Almathea. I could be wrong though. All right. Is that the sneaky fox-faced woman? All right. That witch who used Tita to threaten the professor? Well, she's traveling through all of the major cities. Her arrival was unexpected and caused all civilian airship lines to run late. Yeah, that doesn't bode well. A tour of the major cities. Sounds like a cover for her to hunt down the professor. We've got all the branches investigating her trip very carefully. We'll let you know. We'll let you know as soon as we learn anything. You two just focus on the tournament for now. You bet. Thanks so much for all your help. So now we're going to the hotel. Bum. So you're finally back. You sure know how to keep a fellow waiting. Hey, I know that voice. It's Niall. Good to see you, Niall. How have you been? Don't tell me that you came here just to see little old us. Okay, then I won't tell you. I'm doing interviews with the attorney contestants for my article, and I figured that you folks might be my best bet at getting the inside story. I was hoping I'd get a chance to ambush you into an interview at the hotel. Well, you're way too good at your job, and you know it. And you know that. There we go. Well, it's not that we're not glad to see you, but this is you that we're talking about. What's your angle? Hunting for the next big story, I'll bet. Well. You wound me too quick, kid. Alright, I've been like a big brother to you, and you scratch my back and I scratch yours. And now you think of me as nothing but a news hound. We know you're nothing but a news hound. Not to mention, the age difference is a little much to think of you as a brother. Shut it. Alright, if that's how you're gonna be, then I'm leaving. And you're coming with me. I wouldn't mind a little night air before bed. Well, good. We're halfway there, then. And there's a quaint little eatery around next door to where I work. It's a perfect place to sit and talk. Oh, yeah, we're going to the cafe. Ooh, hey, this is a nice little place. Feels like a bar or more like a coffee shop. Alright, that might explain the smell of coffee. I hear the owner started up this place as a hobby. The brew here is amazing. Plus he took some advice of someone later on and added curry rice to the menu. Curry with authentic spices. I just like the atmosphere out here, though. Personally. Have a seat. Let's get this interview started. Not so fast. We were just in a big match, so we're pretty dang hungry. And I'm not about to smell food without eating food. Dinner does sound lovely right now, actually. Stupid kids. Fine, I'll buy you dinner. And while you're stuffing your faces, you can give me an exclusive on the news that you found. And And there's the pitch. By the way, isn't Dorothy with you today? Nah, I gave her something else to work on. Now, come on, inside with the both of you. Alright. Phew, well, the food in here sure is spicy. Tasty, though. Nothing beats ribs covered in sauce with some potatoes that are cooked just right. I like a good cup of coffee after a meal myself. I've always heard it's difficult to make it well. Way to eat up a man's paycheck, you guys. I don't know how I'm supposed to afford all the reporter's salary. Now. It was a great meal, and great meals don't come cheap. Okay, now, you were saying something about an interview. I could write a story about extortion. Moving on. There ain't been much to confirm that the Queen's really taken ill after the guardsmen went all terrorist. What I need is some clear info that hasn't been combed over and cleaned up by the army. I heard a little from Dorothy about the kidnapping in Zeiss. Look, let me get right to the point. I know you've got Colonel Richard by the proverbial tail. I just need to know how hard you're holding on. Way to be blunt there. Sounds like you've already figured out an awful lot. I knew he was crooked. Before the interview in our magazine bumped up his popularity, he wasn't really well known or worth paying attention to. Seems like the guy has been planning his moves every step of the way. Right now, we can say for sure that he's planning some kind of treason against the throne. But it doesn't look like he's manipulating the Duke somehow. Duke Dunnan. Alright, he's taking advantage of the Queen's poor health and acting like he owns Grancel Castle, alright. But what I don't get is why none of the military bigwigs are making their move. Well, about that. What do you think, Joshua? Should we tell him? Well, we could definitely use some fresh intel ourselves. As long as he scratches our backs, let's scratch his. Hey now, you two know something, don't you? We would have told you sooner, but anything we say from here from here on out has to be completely off the record. I hope you're ready for this. Ah, crap. I'm really not gonna like this, am I? But, fine. Say what you're gonna say. Well, you said you were ready for this. That's just... no way. Are you really serious? I'm afraid so. The Special Ops soldiers were behind the Sky Bandit incident, as well as arson. Not to mention the kidnapping of the kingdom's greatest scientific mind. Grancel Morgan is at the top of the chain of command, and even he's basically under arrest. All the terrorist-style activities are being made out to look like guardsmen are doing it. Okay, enough. You've made your point. Dang it all. I can't even report a word of this. The Army censors already have their stamp all over the latest issue. They did their work at the final printing stage. Really? And I'm left with nothing to cover except for the dang tournament. Hey, wait a minute. You two have something up your sleeves, don't you? That's why you're in the tournament. You could say that. And we can't give you all the details of our current request. We do, however, think that we need to make a move just to break the deadlock. Ah, you don't say. Alright then. Since I can't do anything as a reporter, I might as well pitch in. I'll see what I can dig up. I've got a few sources with fingers in places the guild would never go. Well, that'll be a big help. Doing anything to oppose the military is going to be a risky proposition, you know. Are you sure that you're okay with this? Let me deal with that. Now's a good chance as ever to prove that the pen really is mightier than the sword. Niall? Understood. Thank you. Yeah, just leave it to me. So, what do you want? Yeah, what do you want more information on? Info about the army's movements would be good. As with knowing whether or not all the royal guardsmen have been arrested. and also where General Morgan is being held. Got it. All stuff that I've been thinking about too. I'll check them out. Anything else? Maybe some background info on someone in the intelligence division. Huh? You mean like a background check? On Colonel Richard, Captain Almathea, and the Second Lieutenant Lawrence. If we have to face any of them, the more we know, the better our odds. Well, if you know, if you know the enemy, you know if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. All right. And you can bet that the Colonel's working with the same principle. He'll probably be watching the fights tomorrow and the next day. Do you think you can manage it, Niall? Well, I do know a few army folks. I can't get you anything classified, but I might be able to scare up a little profile info. Okay then, I'll see what I can do. Thank you. You're a lightsaver. We appreciate it. Hey, don't sweat it. You can pay me back by winning the championship and filling me in on what you hear at the dinner party. I figured as much. We'll do everything that we can. Afterward, Estelle and Joshua returned to their hotel room, where they retired early for the night. The next morning. Actually, this was a good enough episode to make a stopping point right here. Well, we all seem accounted for. Shall we be off? Our match is in the afternoon, just like yesterday. So we're free to do as we please in the meantime. And we can stop by and get our equipment set up, or maybe even work in a little monster killing on the way. He's like, oh, well, if that's what you're after, I know exactly where to go. Estelle told them the key to the sewers at the Ravens from Joshua. Oh, you don't say. That's mighty interesting. I hear there are some tough monsters down there, so maybe they'll prove to be worthy opponents. Labyrinth snaking out beneath the jeweled city. My adventurer's bosom strains its corset strings. I have no problem with that, provided that we have the time. I think the entrance is just at the edge of the western block of the residential area. So, right here is where we're going to cut it. We got new dialogue, so yeah, doesn't make sense to have, two sets of dialogue in one video. So guys, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.